From the digital realms of video games to the tabletop, get ready for Darktide, the miniatures game. Hi there, Chris here with another unboxing for you all. In this video, we are going to take a look at Warhammer 40,000 Darktide, the miniatures game, based on the ever-popular video game Darktide. And judging by this box, I mean, it's pretty darn cool. It is a similar size to what we see in a lot of these box releases. And big thank you to Games Workshop for sending me a review copy of this brand new board game. And a huge thank you to my patrons for their support and continued support. And a huge thank you to everybody here on the YouTube clicking that membership button. Big thank yous to you all. Darktide Miniatures Games. Ages 12 and up. It's got a playtime of 30 to 60 minutes. Perfect. 1 to 4 players. Now, it says 1 to 4 players. So can you play this solo? That would be very interesting. And in fact, it kind of gets the juices flowing as far as, you know, what can we do with this thing, right? So let's have a look at the back of the box. And we are greeted by, the box contains Darktide campaign book, 10 dice, 10 operative data cards, 17 equipment cards, 24 upgrade cards, 21 activation cards, 4 kill zone tiles, 2 Darktide token sheets. Also includes 20 Citadel Miniatures. We got 6 Poxwalkers, 10 Traitor Guardsmen, 1 Psyker, 1 Veteran, 1 Ogryn, and 1 Zealot. I always say Ogryn. Is it Ogryn or Ogryn? What do you say? Anyway, Psyker, Veteran, Ogryn, Zealot. A Zealot. Man, they got Zealots in this thing. One of these things here, I notice here on the back of the box, it's got this little handy dandy guide here. It says skill level 3. So this set contains unpainted miniatures. Assembly is required. Contents may vary from those shown. So I don't know what that means. I think that just saves them from, you know, if they throw the wrong sprue in there, it's like, oh, you messed up. Tools are required. Glue is required. So I was thinking, incorrectly of course, that this would be like a set like we see in Warhammer Underworlds with ready to assemble kind of models where they're just kind of slapped together. I mean, maybe they are, I don't know, but telling me that there's tools required and glue required is telling me that these are like pretty much the standard models we see in Warhammer 40,000. I mean, you know, that's not a bad thing. Just, you know, anybody who is picking this up because of the video game and then jumping into this and they want to try the actual tabletop version of the game, you know, just to, you know, test the waters as it were. Yeah, they're in for a little bit of surprise because, you know, tools are required. There's going to be some extra expenditures to be sure. But anyway, very exciting. I'm kind of curious about the 1 to 4 players. I like the idea of 4 players, but 1 to 4 is pretty interesting. You know, like, I wonder if it's, you can just pick the veteran and then just kind of, you know, try your luck. I mean, the video game's kind of the same way, right? You can just play by yourself, or you can get a team together and storm the hive, as it were. And yeah, I think that is really cool. Let's bust out the blade of Destiny here and let's dive into this brand new box. Now, this came to me taped up. This is not cellophaned up, so I'm a little disappointed. I know. I'll get over it. But I am a little disappointed, to be sure. Anyway, let's dive in here. Let's dive. Oh, there's a little thingy. It's a little Aquila on here. It's an Imperial Eagle. Nice. I like that. This automatically already gets bonus points with me because they did the tab. Oh, look at this big old box of minis. Holy moly, look at this. Now, they are color-coded plastic, which is pretty darn cool because for everybody out there who is, you know, not that familiar with modeling and assemblies and everything like that, they can just pretty much slap these models together, put them on their bases, and start playing immediately because the bad guys are all in this green plastic. I know it might be a little bit difficult to tell under the camera lights, but yeah, there's these are green. The red makes it look brown, but that's just some color theory for y'all. So anyway, we got the Poxwalkers here. Very cool. We have a Zealot. The Zealot. Yep. And we'll have a closer look at these as well for everybody out there who is not that familiar with these miniatures. And yeah, these are the standard miniatures that we get. I'm pretty sure. I mean, they're not push fit, right? Like, they have the tabs. I don't remember this model having a tab on it, though. And same with this guy. Oh, wait. Or, no, these were in part of the, what the heck is it? The Blackstone Fortress? Yeah. And then we have this frame here, which will have the Ogryn and the Veteran. Very, very cool. Yeah, see, like, they don't have tabs on their feet. So it was a different design philosophies, I'm sure, going on with these. And then, of course, we also have the big frame of Traitor Guardsmen. We will, of course, have a closer look at this. So the one thing that gets thrown around a lot with these kind of boxes is the fact that these models are, you know, straight up what we get in the regular tabletop, but these have been cast specifically for this promotion. And, you know, I think that's kind of interesting, because usually the idea is that, oh, they're sitting on a whole bunch of, you know, Chaos Guardsmen and they're just looking away, get rid of it, right? But I mean, they're colored plastic, so they were made specifically for this. So, you know, I don't think that's the case. DARKTIDE art, no fancy art, just DARKTIDE. Just get ready. Everybody out there who loves the game, the video game, yeah, DARKTIDE. You got some DARKTIDE art to go with your office. We got a big old bag of bases here. Very, very nice. We got some dice, of course, because you know, you got to roll something up. We have some cards here. Oh, these are some data cards. Okay, you know what? Let's let's cut in. Let's have a look at some data cards here. I don't think I'm spoiling anything, although, I mean, mind you, I mean, this is specific to this game, so it's not going to be like this is, you know, specific for Warhammer 40,000, and, you know, we're getting a look at preview rules or anything like that. Like, this is all within this, this board game, right? So, I don't think we have to worry too much, because, yeah, it's for the board game. It's for the board game. So here's the Psyker's card. Very, very cool. Like the art. Zealot, Ogryn, Veteran, Mobian Trooper, Mobian Gunner, Mobian Sharpshooter, Mobian Chieftain, Mobian Commsman, and a Poxwalker. That's it. Just one card for the Poxwalker. Okay. Then we get a big old deck of cards here. I can't remember what these are. It's just the card deck. Yeah. All right. We'll cut into it. Let's have a look. Because, you know, I mean, since we're already freeing all these miniatures and these cards, maybe, just maybe, we'll have to have a little run through with these cards here. So here's the back of the cards. They all look pretty much the same. Oh no, they got different art in the back. Okay, so they might have different groupings of the cards here. So operative, activation, oh, okay, these are activation cards. Oh, interesting. So without reading the rule book, this is very interesting on how, you know, the order of operations is concerned. Equipment, lots of equipment. I like that. Gives you plenty of options. Psychic upgrades. Okay. Zealot upgrades, nice. Oh, okay, so probably when you're playing like the campaign or whatever, you probably get opportunities to pick up new gear and get you into the next mission kind of thing. Yeah, I'm willing to bet. I mean, I have no idea. I've not read the rulebook, so, but I mean, that, you know, would stand to reason, no? And then we get into the rulebook. Probably has our assembly guide here. Let's take a look at the rest of the box first. Yeah, because see, we got just the boards here, and the boards are, well, we'll cut into them too. We might try not to wreck these boards here. Let me find somewhere I can get some bladage in here. There we go. Here we go. Try not to cut myself here. Come on. Here was some cellophane. Okay, so the boards are pretty standard for what we get with Games Workshop products. Kind of like what we see in Warhammer Underworlds. Get two board sections. They fold out. Or these like whole sections. Oh, they're just whole sections here. Okay. Double-sided. Okay. Different artwork. Pretty cool. Is this duplicate? No, I don't think so. I mean, it could be. I have no idea. But Yeah. Okay, so you basically have 4 boards, double-sided, so it's eight board sections you have to play with. Then we have the rulebook and the instruction guide, the all-important instruction guide. Now, it feels like there's some card in here. Oh, right, it's probably going to have the tokens, right? It's probably going to have our tokens, I'm going to assume. I know, but you shouldn't assume. I know, I hear everybody saying, Chris, you shouldn't assume. And you know what? You're right. You shouldn't. You're absolutely right. All right, let's have a quick look at the instruction guide and try and clean up some of this mess here. It's all these bits of plastic everywhere. All right, so let's have a quick look at what we're dealing with here. So tokens. Oh, some of the tokens already popped out. There's 2 sheets of tokens. Looks like identical. No, they're not identical. Or maybe they are. They might be. No, they're not. But yeah, we got 2 sheets of tokens. 2 little things already popped out, but that's okay. That's not going to ruin our experience, I think. So we got the sheets of tokens and the instruction guide. The instruction guide is not terribly thick. It's pretty straightforward. Lays everything out nice and easily. Gives you the base sizes, which I like that handy dandy part of the diagram. And of course, we also are looking at 6 25mm bases, 2 32mm bases, 10 25mm bases, 1 28mm base, and 1 40mm base. So very, very cool. And of course, the instruction guides will tell you which bases go with which models. Like you see in the diagram here, this guy's standing on a 32mm base. Very, very cool. So that is the Zealot, the Veteran, and it'll be what? The Ogryn, and the Psyker. And then, of course, we get into all of the Mobian Chaos Troopers, the Guardsmen, the Traitor Guardsmen, as well as all of the disgusting Poxwalkers. It's hard to say. You can't say it very fast. Poxwalkers. Yeah, I'm saying it multiple times just so I can get it straight. And then, of course, we get the rule book. Now, the rule book should be pretty straightforward. It is not that thick, as you may or may not be able to tell here. It is pretty much like a, for everybody out there who's very familiar with the game, like more like the source books or supplement books or anything like that. It's not a very thick book. It's only about 43 pages long. It has got introduction, getting started, components, goes over the rules on page 6. It has the overview, data cards, key rules, battle structure, prepare phase, and the battle phase. Then by page 20, we're into the Tertium Hive campaign. Man, that's a anyway. How do you say that? Tertium? Tertium? Anyway. Rising Shadows, and then missions. Mission 1, Cleanse. Mission 2, Scan and Upload. Mission 3, Escort. Mission 4, Rescue. Mission 5, Contamination. And Mission 6, Assault. Gives you a little introduction into the setting. Gives you a quick little hobby guide and also where to go for more hobby tutorials and instructional videos and everything like that. Also has overview of all the tokens and everything like that. It gives you 10 dice, your operative cards, 17 equipment cards, 24 upgrade cards, and 21 activation cards. 4 double-sided kill zone tiles. Your tokens are the heavy terrain hexes, light terrain hexes, objective markers, damage counters, damage tokens, activation tokens, servo skull tokens, smoke tokens, skull tokens, prescience tokens, shroud tokens, endurance tokens, guard tokens, suppression tokens, and a line of sight marker. Very, very cool. The 4 miniatures and 16 Darktide bad guys, giving us a total of 20 miniatures for the rules. Very, very cool. Yes, I am probably going to have to give this a read. It looks pretty straightforward. And in fact, yeah, it seems pretty straightforward. I like the hexagonal movement. You don't have to worry about, how far, how many inches or centimeters you have to go. Gives you a quick breakdown of the structure of the turn or how the battle progresses. The battle phase. Oh, it looks really, yeah, it was only a couple pages to describe what was going on, so the rest of this is all the lore surrounding this conflict, which is pretty darn cool, and then gets us into the missions. Very, very cool. Yeah, and then, yeah, you can do it as a campaign. Okay, you gear up, you can get more loot, and yeah, this is really, really interesting. I am very interested in this. So it's got all the missions, yeah. Gives you all the layout, how you're supposed to lay everything out, where your bad guys are supposed to go and everything like that. Now, again, I don't know if this is solely for a straight up 1 to 4 player experience. I have no idea. I'm gonna have to really read deeply into the rules. Then, of course, we get a little ad for one of the other more popular board games going on right now, Kill Team, set in the Warhammer 40,000 universe. But yeah, that is a quick look at the contents of this box set. I think we need to come in for a quick little closer look of the frames. And, you know, some of you might not be familiar with what I do on this channel, but we're going to come in here and we're going to put these things to the test. Yes, you know which test I'm talking about. All right. Having a look at the first frame here, we're going to start off with the heroes in this set. There are 4 of them. This frame is the Ogryn and the Veteran. And as you can see there, a little veteran's torso, as well as the gigantic Ogryn gun. I mean, it's as big as Buddy's. It's bigger than Buddy's body. Buddy's body? Anyway. Ooh, it's got a scar. His big muscly arm. The muscularity. Yeah, very, very cool. Yeah, me likey. Yeah, I think we're going to have to probably assemble these up, right? I think. Pretty much. Yeah. Yeah, this frame was for Blackstone Fortress, right? Is that what this was for? Or is this for another release? I don't remember. There's so many releases these days. It's stamped 2023, so it's fairly recent. But I'm trying to think, what the heck was there? Next one is the Zealot. Yeah, see, the Zealot has little plugs in here, which would lead me to believe that this was, you know, plug and play, but not really. It is not. Very interesting sculpt, though. It looks more chaos to me than oh no, it says 2024. So this is a brand new frame. Well, I mean, because it was colored plastic, right? So yeah, that makes sense. They would redate it, right? Plus, too, I don't know if this model, wherever it originally came from, like if it was a part of another bigger frame and then they just retooled a new frame for this guy. I have no idea. I'm not in the room when they make these decisions, so you know, I have no idea. Not that they would put me in the room. They'd be like, well, what are you doing here? Who are you, and what are you doing here? Yeah, very, very cool. Yeah, I was a little bit surprised to see the tabs, because that's a thing of the past for old miniatures. You know, I really haven't seen tabs on miniatures in like a very long time. It's not something they do a lot these days, which is why I was kind of surprised by it. Very, very cool, though. And let's take a look at the Poxwalkers. Now, we've probably seen these miniatures a million times before. Yeah. So they are cast onto a green plastic. All these little fellers. And they're, yeah, they have tabs on their feet, too. So I'm willing to assume this, oh no, this says 17. Were these models originally released in green? Does anybody know? I do not know. I could not tell you. Very, very cool, though. Pretty straightforward. Yeah, kind of a quick plug-in. Yeah, I want, like, were these part of a, what was it? Dark Vengeance? Was it that box set? Were they still doing slotted feet for the bases? Were they? I don't know. And people out there are probably like, Chris, what the heck are you talking about? I'm just trying to keep all these things straight in my brain. All right, and the last frame to look at is a gigantic one here. It's got all of the Traitor Guardsmen on it. And yeah, I suspect this is the same frame that we got with Kill Team and with, I guess, with the last Chaos releases for Warhammer 40,000. Yeah, a lot of these things are very, very familiar, as I did put this team together when it came out for Kill Team. And yeah, I mean, again, there's tons of options here, plenty of bits, plenty of opportunity for anybody who is, you know, curious about this stuff, especially who are just picking up this game brand new and are not that familiar with this hobby. You can see here, it's got plenty of head options, lots of things to do. Yeah, there's plenty of details. And so with these parts here, if you're brand new to this hobby, it is a pretty good opportunity to, you know, start a collection and get into this, because it is a fun hobby. And, you know, there's plenty of room for imagination in this hobby space. Now, I'm curious. I'm looking for the date on this thing here. 22. Yeah, it says 22. So that, I think that was the Kill Team, wasn't it? Yeah, that was when this frame. I don't remember this frame being green, though. Unless, of course, maybe they do it beforehand. And, you know, because they were planning to do this kind of release later on. I don't know. I have no idea. But anyway, yeah, let's come in for the all-important sniff. Nothing gets out those stubborn Poxwalker stains. Yeah, well, it's Traitor Guardsmen. I mean, you know, what do you expect, really? And, of course, you have Ogryns. I mean, you know, Ogryns smell like, well, Ogryns. I mean, I can't imagine them smelling nice. It's not like they smell like lilac. I mean, maybe they do. I don't know. I've never read that they did, but I don't know. I think we're off on a rant here. All right, let's get back to the rest of the video. That is our look at the new Warhammer 40,000 Darktide, the miniatures game based off the popular video game Warhammer 40,000 Darktide. Big thank you to Games Workshop for sending me a review copy of this brand new board game. Big thank you to my patrons for their continued support, as well as all of you brand new ones. Also, big thank you to everybody here on the YouTubes clicking that membership button. Big thank yous to you all. You all allow me to continue to do what it is that I do, and so a huge, huge thank you to everybody for taking the time to do that. If you are not able to support monetarily, i.e. money, thumbing up the video, liking, following, subscribing, commenting, ringing the bell, all help the channel as well, and all it takes is a couple clicks of a button, and you're helping me out a great deal, and a huge thank you to everybody who takes the time to do that. Take care of your brushes, they'll take care of you, and I will see you in the next unboxing. Or useless review. Maybe a painting tutorial. Fresh tips. Just a tip. Also brought back quick tips. Whoa. Maybe a live stream, painting live stream. Weigh the brush. Maybe we'll just talk. Maybe we'll just sit around and talk. You know, we don't talk anymore. We don't talk anymore. Maybe a battle report. Oh, battle reports. Oh. I think that's it. Okay, bye.